while Sam is slowly dying.
Yeah, I doubt the mic is picking it up, but my body is starting to make some very interesting noises in response to what just happened.
Yeah, so a funny story of how this came about, really, is I thought about which run could I do without preparing anything for it. Sadly, this is what came to mind. So,
You know, when I came up with the idea of us maybe doing this, originally I envisioned us just doing our Speedcon runs and then it, lasting like 4 hours or something, and then this man was like...
Turn on the image one. If you didn't intend to, that's fine. Just want to tell you. You're not.
So anyway, this man decided we need to put on an entire day's worth of content. And he was like, Sam, why don't you have any runs that you can just do all of the sudden without any practice? Why have you only ever speedrun like 5 games? As if that's a problem or abnormal.
Actually, what you could do while I start is you could put on the headphones and listen whether the audio balance is good.
Sure.
Because I've not checked this at all, which is smart.
Is the stream already on?
No, you have to press play, I think. Maybe. And you have to wait for 8 years until the loading screen is over, I guess. So
your voice is pretty well balanced against the loading screen noise, but...
That's fair. I guess you can wait until the first level. And if it's good by then, we can just leave it like that. And if it's not, then everything's in shambles. Eraser, honestly, not sure about that. I know it has only been one time where with an energy abused me like that at a marathon, but I kind of lost my trust in that game, so I think I prefer this. Lower game sound a bit, Eraser says. What do you agree? Why am I breaking boxes when this is any percent?
I mean, maybe a little.
Okay.
I think it's fine, but
If you want, you can do that in OBS right now. Put it like -3 decibel or something. I'm not doing the fast things. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so as you can see, the speed tag in this game consists of just sliding everywhere, because that's fast. Also, if you have to jump, you're supposed to do it with a slide jump spin thing. For reasons I don't know, I just saw that, saw everybody do it, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. I do it sometimes. If I'm not scared.
Eraser, you shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, crystal things, that's, you need that. Shouldn't slide past that. And because I care, I'll turn off the vibration because it very much throws me off. As it should everybody.
This man says he doesn't understand why controller vibration exists.
And I don't. I do not. There's no reason for me fathomable why this enhances your game experience. It just makes your hands shake. And
I think that might be a diagnosis.
Fucking face is a diagnosis, bro. See, Yaka is also correct on this.
You people are fucking insane.
It's literally been
a staple of the entire video game industry since the PS2. I don't understand how you cannot get it.
How's your
Although, to
pudding?
be fair, I'm not sure I really trust many people from our speedrunning community's opinions on video games. Because a lot of them are like, oh, I haven't played a casual game in 10 years. I just speedrun Pop 33 hours a week. Like, so, you know, I don't really know that I trust your guys' opinions.
Anyway, the video game I'm playing right now. That's a thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so this is the first real vehicle level, and it's the second level of the game. And the second vehicle level will be the third level of the game. You may see the problem this game has already.
One of the problems.
One of the many problems this game has.
Including the fact that some of the vehicles that make up vehicle levels are atrocious orbs that you have to control.
Physically accurate balls.
Yes. You could describe them as balls. You could just call them balls, and that would be an accurate descriptor.
That's fair. So yeah, that vehicle, for example, the glider, has a wide variety of controls. You can change direction, you can shoot stuff, and you can do a useless air roll. Like the air roll, which was useful in Crash 3, and then in this game, there's no point in using it. And that's all there is, controlling your speed. Tough luck, buddy. Wanna go faster?
Thank you for admitting your weakness.
Yeah. Speaking of balls, the balls are coming up next. The ball is coming up next, sorry.
Dude, does it have to? I don't want it.
Just don't look at
I
it.
don't want the ball. Ball brings back bad memories, man.
Have you considered working through that professionally with somebody?
Yes, and my professional solution has been to never play this game again.
Oh, I see.
You should consider it.
I mean, I thought your solution was to self-medicate and drink a lot, but...
That's for other reasons. Although the longer I stare at this level, the more I get a craving.
So other than the actually very accurate physics of this sphere, of this globe we're in, other than that we'll deal with some shortcuts, which are intended for the time trial, which we will not do, obviously, this is any percent, but it is faster to go the more dangerous but more direct way, so we'll do that. We did it the ones after the first checkpoint, and we'll do that again in a bit. I will... will I take the checkpoint? No, why would I? What's the worst thing that can happen here? Just navigate through this bunch of nitros.
2,
and we did it.
1.
It doesn't save a ton of time. Like the other path consists of waiting for an elevator, going over a bridge, going down into the goal or end of the level. But it's, it's pretty easy time saves. You just take it, really.
You just be good.
Yeah. Whatever that means. Okay. Also, as you can tell, the game is loading a lot.
It does that.
Even if you play on Xbox 360, so you play the Xbox version on Xbox 360, you can do that. Meaning the loading times will be faster because you're playing on better hardware, right? Loading levels is still, I think, 7 seconds each. That's not good. That's a lot.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you know this game in like 7 seconds, that's crazy fast. And that's part of the problem. You're acknowledging that that's crazy fast in comparison to what's usually happening. You are part of the problem. So you can slide over these, but you shouldn't, because as soon as the platform... That makes no sense. As soon as the platform falls for a fraction of an inch and you want to slide, Crash is like, yeah, I'll body slam here. And you die. Because you can't get back up in time and just fall. And it's over. Also, I'm scared now I'll operate the nitro switchblade. You don't have to. But I don't have a mask. So I'd rather not. For that death, for example, right after a checkpoint, all good. I'm fine with it. But
are you implying that you don't wear a mask every day?
Whatever that means.
I don't know, you're moving the mic over here.
Yeah, because I noticed I'm pretty loud.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Like right now I'm talking, I'm still in the red. Barely, but I am.
Because I was about to say, I'm gonna go over here and not provide any commentary.
That's fine. They're scary mask cutscenes. We're just not watching them. Can't be bothered to watch them.
The only thing that's scary about them is the fact that they were made.
Honestly, looking at them, like if you're an 8-year-old child looking at them, it is legitimately scary. Just because they look creepy, they're creepy 3D models.
I mean, that's fair.
A small shortcut you can do here. Another instance of using the time trial round, the nitro round here. Of course, you have to know which way to navigate. I could have done it. Here it's not as noticeable because the two paths are parallel, so whatever. At the beginning, it is a physical shortcut in terms of there's less distance you have to traverse. Also, with this vehicle, you can speed up by holding forward. As you can see by your wheels steaming, obviously. Not having a mask here, not a big fan. Because the depth perception on these drilling things throws me off every time. Like you think you're way past them, no you're not. My fault. I should maybe apologize in advance. I'm not really a speedrunner. This garbage. Not really a speedrunner of this game in the sense that, I mean, I know the speed tech, but I'm more of a casual speedrunner of this. I've never really learned any of the routes or anything.
Right. The fact that you've speedrun is a thing to be sorry for.
That's accurate. Yeah, so for example, for the next boss, there are a couple of strats to do it very fast, because you have to... first of all, you have to do the boss fight in the ball, which is cool in and of itself.
That's one word for it.
And you... and the objective, which also, again, makes no sense at all, is to collide with other balls to make them your color. And... so these other balls always move in a set. Like their position and initial movement is fixed, so if you know what you're doing, you can do it very fast. But I don't, I just swing it. That's what I mean. I've never really practiced anything in this game. I just saw the easy speed tech and was like, yeah, I'll do that. Everything else I was like, I can't be bothered to learn anything difficult. That's how we got here. High crunch. Let's do this very intuitive boss fight, which nobody explains you ever. It's a big trial and error. Interestingly enough, he can also make the balls his color, which is orange. And colors also... Yeah, there you saw it. Colors also cancel each other out. However, his balls, like if the orange balls are touching non-orange balls, they give their color to the next one. Blue ones, not doing that. So that's fair. I have a lot of questions about this fight. They don't even fit within the estimates. So here I didn't make it. So these 4 ones, because there's no friction in real life, obviously. They are always moving in the same pattern forever. Just gliding in the same places. Until I hit the first one. That's what the game is doing! If we were to sit in the middle, do nothing, the balls would just go clack, 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 clack. For all eternity.
Whatever you have to tell yourself.
Until the heat death of the universe. Honestly, I'm just saying that, I don't know. Like, I haven't sat there for 1 hour just waiting on what these balls are doing. From my experience, they don't care about friction.
That's fair.
Yeah. So much like Crash 3, because this game is Crash 3 but in terrible. After every boss, you get a new power-up. And right now we got the sneaking shoes, which you can use 3 times in the game to use it to sneak over nitros, like to walk over nitros without them exploding. So you only use them in areas where the devs intended you to, and those are 3 bonus areas. Really the most useless power-up I've ever seen in my life. Also don't die. Maybe unsurprisingly, the platforming levels are most fun in this game. Is it because the platforming is good or because the vehicles are terrible? I won't be the judge of that.
You can say that.
So there's a mask up there. There's no real point in getting it, but if you were a scared player like I was, maybe 18 years ago or however old it is, I think I always used to get that mask. But really, there is no point in it. Same for this checkpoint. Of course, now that I said that, I will die, but I brought this upon myself. Nice box I don't have to break. Almost like I played this game full completionist like 2 weeks ago or something. So my brain still automatically wants to break all the boxes. I mean, Razor, you're saying that like you don't know exactly what level we're in, so... Cool. Next up, we're going on underwater.
We have to.
Then just don't look at it.
Okay.
Thanks for physically turning away from the screen. Yeah, so the underwater levels are arguably one of the worst things about this game. Mainly because the enemies are moving way too fast for the small field of view you have. So for the small part of the level you see. And especially once we're in the Submarine, which is one type of vehicle you can move in. This makes no sense. It's even worse because basically as soon as you see an obstacle in the submarine, you're already dead. There's no way you can avoid it anymore. So why take the checkpoint when you can just not? This is either confidence or lunacy. Or the knowledge that there's a mask right after. For these levels, if you swim, like if you don't have the submarine, I think it's faster to spin all the time. Well, it is once you have the death tornado spin, but for now, I think it would be faster if I were to spin. But I personally want to have my spin for when I know I need it. Yeah, so here's the submarine. Unlike in Crash 3, where the underwater vehicle gives you an extra hit point, here you just die. As soon as you get hit and you don't have a mask, which I luckily had, you're just dead. I'm crying. They saw it. I wanted to turn back, so I had to first turn forward and then backward. Like, why? Why is this game? I would love to have an explanation. Yeah, controlling this thing is basically impossible. Like, unless you already know what you're doing, you should just give up, really. That's that level. Oh, see, this is the easier underwater level. The one in Warp 4, level 19, Coral Canyon. That one will be way more terrible. Which you might think, how can a level be more terrible than this one right here? You will see. Sadly you will see. Or if your name is Sam, you will not see because you're physically facing away. Which I can respect.
I need the psychological rest for my performance.
You know, I absolutely respect that. Yeah, so far we had 2 normal platforming levels without any vehicle or anything fancy in it, which was level 1, Arctic Antics, and level 4, Wizards and Lizards. Everything else had something non-standard platforming in it. And level 8 is no exception, because it's a Coco level. Technically it is platforming, but it is platforming with a worse version of Crash. Because you cannot slide. She does. It is, well, first of all, maybe it is. But second.
What?
Yeah, I was about to say that where Crash has the slide, which is very fast, also very useful, Coco has the most useless replacement move in existence, which is a kick, where she comes to a complete standstill. And then, I'll wait for this fish. And then does the slowest kick ever, which I don't think I've ever been in a situation where that would have been useful. And this is not my first time playing the game. I've put more time into this game than I'm willing to admit. But not one instance where I thought, yeah, having an insanely slow kick, that would have solved the situation. Yeah, this checkpoint right here makes no sense because it's 4 jumps away from the end of the level. Like, there are literally 3 obstacles before the level ends. Well, no, Eraser, that's a fair point. Professional help should be strongly associated with playing this game. So yeah, talking about those 2 vehicle levels, two platforming levels we've seen so far. This will not change because level 9 is a vehicle level. A vehicle which we'll only see once. My theory is because somebody created this abomination, then they made a level around it, playtested, realized this is the worst thing we've ever done. But instead of scrapping the idea that we're like, we already made this, you know, we already put time and effort in it, which means little time and little effort. But we shouldn't make something else. So they kept it in. It has this insanely stupid lock-on mechanic. And all the pilots want to kill you regardless of whether they die or not. So they're willing to just fly into you, taking away 1/4 of your health. Which is not fair at all. But whatever. I should get a health upgrade at some point. I shouldn't have to, but I will. I think the next one is one I need 2 for because I only get 1 in. Yeah. That's the last one. If anybody thought, well, this looked easy, it's because I've spent too much time on this level. If anybody thought, this looked kind of fun, there are special service numbers to help you. If you're US-based, 911 is a great first step. Internationally, you should maybe use Google. Now for the 10th level, not purely platforming, so we're still 2 out of 10. Because it starts with the submarine. Second half is platforming, or really the last 2/3 of this level are normal platforming. Still doesn't make it a pure platforming level, so 2 out of 10. 2 out of 11 if you want to count the boss, because that was in a ball, so up to you. Razor, I'll just ignore that comment, if I may. Also, if anybody can remind me why I'm playing this again, that would be fantastic. So another cool thing about this game, which somebody came up with and thought, that sounds like a fun game mechanic. The torpedoes you're shooting with the submarine do interact with Wumpa fruits. So you can shoot Wumpas, which is great if somewhere in between these Wumpa fruits there's an enemy who's about to kill you. Big question mark, honestly. Okay. I think so far we haven't seen any skips yet, and to be fair, there are some. Mostly playing this game is rather light on skip, or speedrunning this game is rather light on skips. Regardless of whether you're doing any percent or 6%, so the completion is which is a shame, because usually if the game is bad, at least speedrun has some ridiculous things. Because if the game is bad, developers didn't think about fail-proofing the game too much. But with this game, either the devs got really lucky, or they put all their time and energy into ensuring going fast in this game is not fun either. Like what Crash speedruns are known for, parallelizing things, getting gems on, for example, time trial playthroughs, or I mean, really anything that speeds up, or anything that prevents you from doing something in less than 3 playthroughs of a level. Not a thing in this game. Level 5, for example, Compactor Reactor, great example. You have to play through it once to get the crystal and the crate gem. You have to play through it a second time for the time trial in 106, and then a third time for the hidden gem, which gets unlocked after you get the yellow gem in level 22. Of course, they made sure that you cannot get the gem on the time trial playthrough, because that would have been fun. So in 106 you have to play through the level 3 times. For all I know of, at least. And that was the second boss. To be fair, this one was platforming. Calling this a platforming levels, not sure, but I mean, you could. Then it would be 3 out of 12, which is a solid 25% of platforming in a platformer. Well, luckily, the Gauntlet, a platformer. That's crazy, bro. You know, Eraser, I can respect that. It's this type of game where some people think, I played this as a child and for some reason I think I had fun. There's no way I did, right? Let's boot up the game to see how wrong I was. So you're trying to disprove your childhood happiness by applying a rationale to it, or by applying logic to it. Which is something everybody should do, really. By the way, we have the double jump unlocked now. Also, wasn't taking a mask here. Yes. Whatever I'm doing, it works. Also, I'm happy to inform you that Sam has fully given up on life at this point, from the looks of it. Funny story, at some point I thought, would it be faster to take the death route to exit this level? And after doing that I realized that you missed the crystal by doing so. Which is kind of a problem. This crystal right here. Hey Cam. Honestly, it's for you guys to judge whether, like, which of the Crash games in this marathon are, like, which is the worst Crash game in this marathon? Because on the one hand there's this, Twonk. On the other hand there will be Crash Fusion later on. Only any percent, so we won't have to gamble, but still. Personally, I would agree with Eraser. Fusion way better than Torque, but is Fusion really a Crash game in the first place? It doesn't really embrace the platforming aspect of the other GBA games. Cam, I wouldn't even know what that means, so anyway. Another Coco level. Second half of this level will be a platformer, so I shouldn't have taken that mask, because now I have to wait. Because I have to jump on this crate to make it. Do I? I'm not sure actually. I think I could have made it, I was just talking bullshit. Yet another vehicle we'll see once and never again. As this scooter, which the game does not tell you about how to control it. Because the first time you play this level, you might just think, okay, I'll have to navigate and maybe jump at times. Oh, jumping is X. Yeah, that makes sense. Jumping is X in the base game as well. And so just play this level and a few seconds in, you die. There's nothing you can do. You try again, you die. The water gets you. Until at some point, maybe you realize that there's a way to make the scooter go faster, and it's circle. It is the only vehicle where circle makes you go faster. And the only way for you to know that is take the physical manual of the game, open it up, look at the controls of this extremely obscure vehicle, and realize I could have spent this money on cocaine. At least I would have had a fun time for a bit. Yet here we are. On the bright side, we're halfway through the game. I like how this game draws people in. Like the German candy tasting, you know, alright. Anno full campaign, very impressive run. Yeah, whatever. Twok, everybody losing their fucking shit. But it's fine, I'm so glad all of you are having fun. Yeah, so more vehicles we'll never see again after this level. No Sphere, that's ridiculous. You're not allowed to be asleep until 1 PM on the weekend. 3:30 PM on the weekend, sorry. That's how fucked my feeling of time is right now. Is it 1 PM or 3:30? I don't know. Yes, the big benefit of this level right now is that we're playing any percent, so we don't have to care about the boxes. It is physically possible, or theoretically possible, to get all the boxes on the playthrough where we have to win to get the crystal. It's theoretically possible. Some people are able to do it in 1 or 6 runs. I do not understand how that's possible. Like this Jeep is the wackiest fucking thing in existence. There's no way you can accurately get all the crates. Like there, I wanted to get that crate, I missed it. No, whatever. And now I would have to play this level a second time, if this were the completionist category, which is not, luckily. Yeah, in theory, Sam is fine, mentally speaking. His body is just recovering from the sugar shock. Because I made him try, what was it like? Pick up Nutella biscuits, dime cookies, Milka Tender, which is like soft cake covered in chocolate, Rittersport, like chocolate with cookie inside, all of that stuff. He had a great time, but now his body tells him why he shouldn't have had a great time. Also, we only tasted it, we didn't eat all of it, obviously. I have to give him diabetes because according to the schedule, that's the platform the candy tasting was played on. The run category was low percent. We also thought about making it diabetes percent or low carb percent. And so the platform was that. Speaking of fun levels, this is not one of them. Big surprise here. I'll wait for Ding to die. Because I already skipped the first checkpoint, so I'd rather not skip it anymore. Here we take the scenery to take a small shortcut. Here we ignore Dingodile for the third time. Got it. The upside of the ball physics being realistic is that you can use it for some very stupid skips. Of clearing gaps which, if the physics were fun and not accurate, there would be no way that's possible. But because it's accurate physics, you can make that. There's a bigger use of that in level 23, which is also a ball level, where you clear a gap like that to skip like a medium-sized loop around you have to do. Whereas I didn't die because I'm a professional speedrunner. Some people would call it big gamer energy. I think I prefer the term demigod, but what suits you really? Razor, whatever that means, bro. I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah. Coming up, it's kind of a theme at this point. Coming up, another vehicle we would see once more in the completionist category, because there's a bonus level with this jetpack. But for any percent, once, never again. Which honestly, like from a psychological point of view, did they not trust their vehicles? Well, they're like, we have 7 million ideas, but we don't like any of them. We think they're okay. And we're not getting paid enough to care. And also if you're making something, if you're a creator of things, either do it with pride, like be proud in your work, or don't do it at all. Which I'm sure is a very universally applicable thing to say, and nothing that just came to mind because I'm playing this game right now. Erase I would rather not, because this marathon will already finish at 9 PM or 10 PM. Now with the sweets tasting, which we haven't really planned for, but we just included in the schedule, so. That's big bullshit energy, bro. Also, I'm kind of surprised that the game didn't, like the Stomper didn't hit me there. It shouldn't, but I don't know when the game ever cared about that. Conveyor belt going the wrong way. Maybe I shouldn't walk on it normally. Maybe we should jump over that. Okay. Third boss coming up next. And guess what this level will feature? A new vehicle, which, admittedly, gotta give the game that. We will navigate this new vehicle twice more. We'll do it in levels 17 and 24. But not in the bonus levels. Yeah. So, yeah, twice. Doesn't mean the vehicle is good or fun in any way, but it's there, it's out there, it exists. We gotta deal with it. Huge bullshit energy, bro. Honestly, you should never die in this. I don't remember when I've last died in this fight. So the moving of the mecha suit is done automatically. It was 10 seconds, but that's true. Also, if you're very strict about what I said, I actually lied, because we won't use this exact suit again. We'll use another mecha suit with different powers properties. But one that spits water, like this one, we'll not use again. Also, funny thing here about the side collision. Yeah, that's normal. What I like about this fight is that you clearly see that sliding is fast. Simply because you're miles ahead of him. Double jumping this fight is kind of shameful. If you're good, you should be able to make it with sliding only. I win. So let's do some more slant walking. I hate this game. Death Tornado Spin, the first power we'll actually use in order to skip stuff. Because there's one mechanic the game has not introduced yet. Which is a good thing, because the mechanic fucking sucks. And we'll use the Death Tornado Spin to skip this mechanic. At least we'll try it. Where am I going? So this level, another Coco level, and we will get introduced to another vehicle, which we'll never see again. To be fair, the controls of this vehicle, which will be the snowboard, are the same as the scooter in the other Coco level. So once you've learned how to navigate the scooter, like how to go fast in the scooter, you will automatically know how to go fast on the snowboard. It's both with the circle. Not saying that's good, but gotta take the victories as they happen, really, with this game. Thought that one might hit me. Yeah, this music, actual banger. If this game has anything going for it, which is surprisingly little, it's some of the level soundtracks. Also, not sliding on the ice, like the jumping thing I did. I'm pretty sure that's slow, but I do it so I can be in control of the character, because, you know, ice is slippery, kind of stupid to move around on it. see there's a nice little challenge here. The 6 out of 22. If you get through all of these gate things, you get a clear gem in the end. We don't need it, of course. We can just do whatever. As long as we don't die and not lose the mask. Goodbye, banger. Okay. Droid Void is a thing. That's the best thing I can say about it, really. It's a thing. So I have to be honest, there's one skip here which is very easy to do, but prior to that, the handrails, I don't know if you can skip them. Because I think if you get damaged off the first one and do the thing, like the handrails are too high up to get back up there. Eraser may be able to correct me on that one, should I be wrong. But I think damage boosting off these first enemies doesn't get you anything. If it does, I just lost 15 seconds, so whatever. My brain, as we Germans say, is a colander, so please forgive me. Damage of this one. Well, that's bullshit. I just got stopped in place by that thing. What are you doing, dude? I'm not stopping holding right. Oh my god. Like, why was he slowing down all the time? Fuck. Well, if I can't land properly, that's my kind of. Honestly, at this point, not doing the skip would have been faster, but I want to do it because it's cool. There we go. Yeah, you jump on nothing, but that's fine. And this idea to skip the handrails to get damage, use your iframes to walk on the death plane, and that's just simply walk past it. We'll use that at least once more, off the top of my head, maybe twice more, but at least once more. Same thing with the death tornado spin in order to clear the gap, which the game intends you to clear by using the handrail. So it's it's nice techniques to not have to deal with stupid bullshit the game throws at you. Hey Mike, thanks for the good luck. Also, you don't have to kill these guys. I do. Because I'm scared, but you don't have to. Ah, yes. 6 standing jump. The exact reason why this game is garbage. Or why this game is well, but this vehicle is garbage. Whatever, bro. Just get me the fuck out of it. Yeah, if you're not moving and you want to jump, like jump forward, you'll do this incredibly slow standing jump. Just stay in place and get fucked, really. What I use the mask for Cortex, whatever. I'd probably lose the mask right away and it was all for nothing, but it's fine. So the first half of this level, of this, again, underwater level, if you remember me saying that, will be the submarine, which is honestly the worst vehicle in this whole game. There's a lot of terrible stuff. This one takes the cake. And it is pretty hard to be the worst in this game, but this thing is. Exactly, that's exactly it. You don't have any time to react to anything. Just get fucked, dude. The problem is, like, I've played the game to the point where I roughly know the level layout, but I don't know where every enemy is, which is a problem. Like, I knew that fish is there, for example, but I don't know where every shark and every of these little fuck-faced fish is. Also, that was my fault. I knew that obstacle existed, but I messed up. Nice tight platforming, which with this thing is very much fun. Luckily, we're getting close to getting rid of the submarine. However, should not speak too soon. Over this asshole. One down there, and the... Yeah, I killed it. Okay. And the fact that if I touch any nitro, I will still be dead. So, obviously, I will still be dead. So, very nice. Checkpoint, okay. That was my fault. The nice thing about this level is that the second half is significantly easier. Simply because you can just death tornado spin. First of all, fast movement. That's cool. Second of all, it kills most of the things you have to deal with. Which, you know, also cool. Big fan. Will I regret not taking the checkpoint? Probably, really. No, I didn't. Yeah, so this is also why the Death Tornado Spin is one of the most useful power-ups, because it counters a terrible level. Or a terrible level type, which is the underwater level. Didn't die in Coral Canyon? What's going on? Is this still Toca playing? Ooh, tough. Oh, that's actually a good question. Okay, Warp 4 has Coral Canyon, which is a big minus. Warp 5 has 2 platformers, which is good. Ball level is okay. Yeah, I think it's Droid Void and not Droid Void.
Cortex has assembled an armada of space
Cortex Vortex
stations that are ready to strike the planet.
is the thing is it's not my favorite, but it's a decent level for Warp 5. It's an alright level. So yeah, I think Warp 4 is the worst in this whole game. I think that's a safe bet. As another proof that I'm not a speedrunner of this, I have no idea what the optimal route for this is. So just doing things as I see fit. Which is first destroy all the satellites everywhere and then get to the space stations. Hopefully without hitting the black hole in the middle of the level, which just kills you instantly. Which is fun. And no, that's not an intended mechanic, that's it's a bug for all, at least for all I know. I'll just hope I won't hit it. One. Take the life here, sure. Don't really need it. Well, admittedly, I could do this very useful move here, where useful means the opposite, of course. Yeah, whatever. Oh my god, it is Kataref with the raid. I'm so honored. Looking at the time, like at the clock, I think you didn't finish your run, or you set a world record by 2 hours. Feel free to tell me which of these options is what happened. Oh, by 4 hours even, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't really remember when you started, sorry, but thank you very much for the raid. Luckily, you came at the time where the worst game of the whole marathon is being played. So, hello to everybody. Cool thing you're here. For those wondering where the other person is, as in Sam Babam, you know, the second half of Tocabamthon, he's currently lying on the mattress there, trying to survive mentally and physically. He's doing his best. At least he's alive because he laughed, so that's good. I approve of that sign. Fuck off, dude. Whatever. Luckily, there's a mask right here, so you can always do this skip here. Or you can always attempt it, at least. Oh wow, I did it. Crazy. Another nice combo of getting hit and doing the death tornado over the gap. Obviously, I avoided the fire there, because why wouldn't I? Looking at what happened, that was the only possible interpretation. Okay, the game could have posed in this situation. Yeah, of course he didn't get hit by the fire. You went right through it, but whatever. I went for it. It was my fault. Should have waited. Katie, I'm doing fantastic. One thing you missed, one of my highlights from the schedule was the German candy tasting. So if you want, or if you're interested, you may want to check out the VOD after this, because boy, we were in for a ride. Yeah, sure. That was not too early. It's fine.
Just turn into a clown?
No, I mean, I think I did that years ago.
Oh, okay.
That sounded healthy.
It's fine.
Bones are literally breaking. Actually, I realized I was lying when I said we would never see the glider again. We're seeing it again right here for this boss fight. Because it's a great vehicle, so we have to recycle it for a boss fight.
That's how logic works. Oh god, I've forgotten about this fight.
Sam, we want to go back to sleep, or?
Yes.
I see. Yeah, I didn't get hit there. I agree. So, I mean, looking at it, it's a pretty intuitive fight. He doesn't attack, leaving himself vulnerable to our Wampa shots. And we shoot him. That goes on for 2.5 minutes or 3 or something. And he has 4 different attacks, and at some point he just cycles through them. So, yeah, he does the first thing again. We're just hitting him. Just the eyes thing, the second thing, we're just hitting him. It's a fair sparring room. He does the hand thing, we're just hitting. To be fair, this beam of energy, that's the strongest attack. He saw me barely scratching it, I lost 8% of my health. 3, 8? Anyway, more than 0, and that's the problem. At least we're at a third of his health, so we're getting there. Takes a while, but we're making it. I just want to say that this is one of the levels in this game where I hate everything about them. Like the game, the idea, the gameplay, graphics, the music, everything. It's just terrible. And stuff. And at some point, like if he hits some health level, he just gives up. He does the hand thing and he's like, I can't deal with this anymore, fuck this. Just stops. I'll just hit him, and although he hits me, he will die first. That was calculated. I'm having fun. Ken, I'm happy to inform you that Sam has no idea what Spirit Island even is. So I've exposed him to nothing. Just as an explanation, Spirit Island is Kelly's favorite board game. And he thought I would maybe expose you to it, but I didn't. Okay, last Wolf Room. Arguably some of the levels in this, for me at least, are the most difficult to go fast in. Notably Cortex Vortex. It's not a difficult level per se, I'm just not... I don't know, I just fucking suck at it. Well, Eraser, if Sam would be here for more than 3 days, we would surely have the time to play board games together. But we're trying to make the best of what little time we have.
Which is why we're playing this game?
Exactly, which is why we're playing this game. You got it exactly right. Which is why you'll play Emma at the Farm next. You're exactly right. You're getting the spirit here, so I like it. That worked. That worked. No, I mean, I kind of missed the cycle. I hope I can make this. Oh, I got the mask. I wasn't hoping for it. It's one of these crates where, like, which keep swapping their content. So you have if you go at random, you have a 1/3 chance of getting a mask, and I got it. Kind of cool. Don't really need it, but you know, I'm not saying no to some free protection. That it made sense that I would instantly body slam there when I want to slam. Not even jumping up, firmly on the ground, body slam. With this one right there, no. I wanted to praise the game for a second, and that's only regret, really. So these small meteorites coming out of the tiny volcanoes, I don't know if they can hurt them or whether they're just aesthetics. But they look cool. Also, it seems like Caddy is mocking you, as usual.
How is he mocking me?
I mean, he said something about time zones, and then he's like, "There's only one time zone. Like, what's your fucking problem, bro?" That's how I interpreted it.
Okay, I mean,
Does it sound like I'm having a problem, or
you know him better than I do, so maybe I should just take your word for it.
if there's one thing Caddy excels at, it's bullying other people. So it's kind of a safe call. Gold Rush. Casually, the longest level, easily. As you see, 209 boxes. To be fair, comparing to the real Crash 4 that came out 2 years ago.
Probably 5, to be honest.
Yeah. 209 crates is fucking, baby steps, bro. But in this game, that's the largest amount of boxes in a level by far. It's also the longest level because it has 7 million years of hangrails, which luckily we can just skip altogether. Because we are smart people. I mean, in some way, there's more than one aspect to intelligence, right? Common sense is not our strong suit.
I was gonna say, which aspect of intelligence led us to playing this game?
I like how we say us out of solidarity. Yes, that makes sense. That makes more sense. It's fine, there's a checkpoint. And not doing any of the hangrails will still save 6 million years. So. Ha! Where's my second jump, bro? Oh, there's my second jump. Thanks for nothing, asshole. This was my fault. I'll blame the game for a lot of things. This one is not one of them. There we go. So for this part we're just smashing a button and shit. If you want to get all the boxes, you have to press another button 3 times. But like that, we can just chill out. I could skip this, but yeah. I will die to the scorpion now, probably. That's true. Which is why I'm so glad that hangrail skipped at least. For every single hangrail of this game. Anyway, I kind of wanted that mask for what's level 24 crates and fireballs, I think. I guess I'll go in there with one mask only, the one I'll get in a second here. You grabbed onto that. Big bullshit energy again. Once again. Yeah. As you see, I first slid because I hit R1 and then I jumped out of that. That's how we slide jump in this game. That's not the order of buttons I press, so that can't be the case. I mean, that was decently fast, that last one, that's good. You can also do one of these normal, like you mesh spin and then mesh jump. You can do one of these there, but the one I did is a bit safer, a bit slow though. Well, erase that's fair. Not saying I agree, I just say, whatever, bro. Okay. I'll do things out of crate balls of fire, yeah. Not crates and fireballs. I got confused because in German it's like the translation is crates and fireballs. That's what I thought then.
It loses the pun.
Language specific puns, that's crazy. I wonder why they kept the level names in English for Crash 2, even all the other versions. Oh no, I got hit. No, I'll actually do that again. I will die. No, I won't. I won't. I'll wait on these cycles because I'm scared. I would have to wait anywhere here for this cycle, so it doesn't matter. I say confidently without really knowing anything about cycles. Alright. Yeah, the hangrail skip is the biggest thing in this level in terms of speed skips. Everything else is just go from A to B. This thing, I always get hit by it. Not only can you not see things, like once you can see that thing, you're like, oh, I'll avoid it. And then it goes exactly where you go to avoid it. Every single fucking time. Actually, I don't know if it's a problem if I were to get third mask form in level 25 in Cortex Vortex. I think I'm fine, so I could just do that level next. Well, assuming I don't die here, of course. Or I lose a mask, so now it's whatever. Yes, I had to jump like that to avoid getting hit. It's a great gameplay mechanic. That guy, of course, doing the thing these guys do. You may see a pattern. Happy jumps. Yeah, I think I'll do level 23 first. Final ball level. Because we had so much fun with ball levels. You know, it's actually, if you think about it, so many vehicles they had, they used once because they thought, probably because they thought, you know, was okay. Don't have to do that again. The balls, 3 levels with it. They were very proud of what they have created. I'm not judging. I mean, I'm judging silently, but not openly.
I was about to ask, that's punishable by death, right? Like, we can find them.
Yeah. All of the names are on the credits, so we should pay close attention. This boss going so fast. I can probably control it so well. That's the thing with these realistic ball physics. If you don't know the level layout yet, and you're like, yeah, I want to go fast with this. This sounds like fun. You're basically dead already. which means a first playthrough of this looks kind of like this. Can I go? I try. Yeah. Stop. Not too fast. Stop. Okay, I'll go here. Kind of like that. It's a lot of uncertainty and regret. You know.
I just went as fast as I could and died. I don't know what you were doing.
I just learned the level layout. I'm taking this checkpoint because I'm scared of the upcoming skip. That's a thing I did earlier, basically where you skip a gap by having enough velocity, and because of the realistic ball physics, you'll just clear that gap. It's kind of a weird angle. Yeah, there we go. It's not difficult by any means, I'm just not good at it. When I played this game yesterday, I was having so many... I was having so much trouble with that. I know I just fucking nailed it, you know? Yeah, I mean, Sam, that is a good question. Who went overestimate that we're not at the Emma run yet?
What was your estimate?
I think it was the sweets tasting, right?
What was your estimate for this game?
135. No. The bro, this is a pretty decent run so far. Hello?
I wouldn't know.
Have you been sleeping through it? Well, you only went 5 minutes overestimate, didn't you? So I think the sweets tasting actually took longer than...
Yeah, I was 5 minutes over.
Okay. So yeah, the sweets tasting actually took a bit longer than 10 minutes, I guess. Or our setups time are incredibly long, I don't know.
Did you even bake in setup times? Because we were taking like 10-minute breaks between each run.
No, yeah, like the... I think 5 minutes is the standard on Wingus. Or 10? Well, but we have 5 minute setup times for sure.
Fair enough.
Oh, let's wait on this cycle. Oh, you want a damage to go under the platform? No, you're not. Get it because it's blocked off. That's a problem. Again, these platforms, those are... You see the edges kind of rounded off, if you will, so sliding is a very dangerous thing because as soon as the height difference is strictly larger than 0, point in case...
Thank you for the demonstration.
You're welcome. Crash wants to slam his face into the ground, resulting in even more brain damage.
Me too, man.
Sorry. Well, this one was my fault. Then again, I expected this level to go poorly, so I'm not really distraught. And it sounds like Sam is getting his leftover pizza, which I'm very happy for him. Bro, I will just not slide anymore on this level. I just won't. If this was a PB attempt, I would, but I can't be bothered to deal with this bullshit. Well, only if the next edge is 3 miles away, then I will. Otherwise I won't. Like here, slide, no problem. That should not have hit me. Luckily there are 3 masks here. Because the game thought, let's do a fun little section where you can just damage through stuff. And it's kind of cool. It also feels kind of out of place. It's weird. As is a lot of this game. Maybe a bit cool, but mostly weird. Yeah. I agree. How's the cold pizza? Still good? fancy, authentic Italian pizza with salami and pepperoni on it. Banana pepper, allegedly. Okay. Final boss, and then we'll give up, really. In terms of version differences, I haven't really talked about that. But there are two main points to like which version you're playing this game on. If you're playing on PS2 and not on Xbox 360, you have the obvious downside of longer loading times. Although they're not as atrocious as if you were on the fat PlayStation 2, because they have a slim one, so loading times are slightly better already. But on Xbox 360, the loading times are cut in half, so downside. Upside is that this fight becomes 80% a joke, let's say. We'll see why in a second. The first two phases, rather simple. If you get caught by the ice, you're stuck in place, and then the meteors hit and you die. However, his third and his fourth attack, fire and wind, sorry. In the PS2 version, you can just stand here and not get damaged by either of them. So I really have to be careful about these ones. And then I stand here and I don't care about anything. So that's kind of cool. Third phase down, the last one, which has just one scary meteor attack in it. Well, not scary is relative, but the meteor thing's the only thing that can actually kill you in this fight on PS2. So you stand in between two of those, just wait it out. And that's fire. And that's wind. And that's ice. And then that's meteors. Last chance for me to die. And I win. This was Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex. Thank you, everybody.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh my god, I should maybe hit the thing. I did it.
GG.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the co-commentary, SK. I appreciated it. It was a valuable contribution to that.
Can't you ever let me win? What do you want from me, you cretin?
I missed to be at 3 seconds, really? That's
Realize that
ridiculous.
Crash collected all the crystals,
How?
But he doesn't have the gems.
Almost like I didn't grind out this game, because I at some point realized I don't hate myself
Destroy
that much.
Bandicoot once and for all.
Anyway, credits are rolling, and next up is a first experience of a new game for somebody. And I'm looking forward to it.